Good morning, it's day 57 and it's our final day here in Thailand before we head over to Malaysia. Can you believe it's our last day?
Yes, I can use a diary, and I'm actually not going to complain about you shouting because next door to us he is the loogie hocker of all loogie hockers. So yeah. Tired.
We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. No, we're not. We're just going to check out the other side of where our resort is, just go on the main road. And we did get recommended by the receptionist of a authentic Thai place, she said. We have sent a message over to Carlos because he's still here in Malaysia, and thought if he wanted to join us for dinner, but we thought we'll do a recce first, just check out the place and also check out this area.
And we have another contender in the mix. We have 7-Eleven, Little C, and now Super Cheap. So I think we found the night market, and maybe that's what she meant. To be fair, that's where you find the most authentic Thai food.
She did say it closed at 6, so we were saying, look, the big C's here, and she said opposite is this, and there's loads of like little vendors. Maybe that's authentic, but she did say it was a restaurant. Maybe
Have a little more of a wander.
It looks like maybe opposite there. Have a little walk.
Okay, let's go across and explore. So it is becoming quite normal to cross dual carriageways, only in Thailand.
I don't think it is. It looks like a market.
It's out of the sun, so that's a good thing for the minute.
I know, and I'm having a little butcher's and what they have.
Bargain.
We were recommended this restaurant, authentic Thai restaurant, they sit opposite the big C. Do you know which one? They said it's close.
Today have market.
Oh,
Market and
Lotus. Okay, cool. Thank you. So that was 30 baht. And normally we get it for 80 baht in fancy restaurants, obviously it's like 120, but that's like the cheapest. And I don't, to be fair, we've never bought it straight from a market, so 30 baht, 80p.
Sarah's eagle eye has spotted the toilet. I would have missed it, and I haven't abided by my own rule, and I haven't kept the change in my pocket, so I've had to borrow that off Sarah as well. It looks like there's an honesty system in play, and it's 5 baht and I've only got 10, so I'm going to have to overpay. Maybe I'll come back for a freebie later. I do like the way they integrate these trees and they don't just cut them down and they build around them. It looks like it's got the roots exposed up to, you know, 2/3 of the tree, and it's obviously just the way it grows. But yeah, it's so interesting, and yeah, you've got like a little area to hide and chill underneath.
Can we walk into the big sea just to get a bit of air conditioning?
Oh,
So,
not inside,
no,
right?
it's like, yeah.
Oh, not have.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Ah.
No, thank you.
You're welcome.
They don't sell empty 100ml containers.
Maybe you
so.
should start looking in bins for empty bottles. Bins or the beach.
I bought some so I had to empty it out, but yeah, good idea, Timothy.
So looking at the prices, it is pretty cheap for a little one of those Changs, 330ml. That's usually about 40 baht from 7-Eleven. And the bigger bottles, even for a Budweiser, which is an international beer, 75 baht. And then, you know, 58 baht for a big bottle of Chang.
We just came out of the big sea, and it's the first place we've witnessed that they charge for plastic bags. I think she said 75 baht, which was nearly £2. And I did ask for a plastic bag, and when she said that, I went, oh no, it's okay. So it does work. We just carry it.
We went the scenic route round to get to the supermarket. We picked up a little bit of fruit and tried to find this restaurant, although it looks a bit like a buffet, and the food's all left out, so I am not so keen. Yeah, there's a whole plethora of shops, the obligatory supermarkets, and also the street sellers lined up along the roads. I'm definitely getting a sense for the smell of durian. You smell it coming, and it's a little bit of a wolf in sheep's clothing. Initially it's kind of fruity, and then you get hit with like this fermented kind of sewagey sort of smell, like it's made its way through your digestive system and come out the other side. There's nothing about it that makes me want to try it, if I'm honest. So yeah, each to their own. Also, we actually have just seen the first bit of homelessness I've seen in Thailand. A couple of guys kind of passed out at what looked like a bus stop. At least they had some shade to shelter from. One thing that I do know is that the sun and homelessness definitely leads to mental health problems, and I'm glad I haven't seen so much of it. But yeah, you got to feel for people. It's
Oh, we've gone wrong.
okay, we've gone wrong. That's fine. This is what happens when I'm walking aimlessly talking. But yeah, we think that, I mean, homelessness is always bleak, and it would be in a cold environment, definitely. But yeah, it's no better in the heat.
So I'm here organising my toiletries because we're getting on a flight tomorrow, and because we only have carry-on, 100ml is all I can take. And this cream that is really, really good for my skin, check it out, is 200ml. But in Thailand, for some reason, they don't sell 100ml empty containers. So what I've had to do is buy a product, a cheap one. So these are only like 70 baht for two, so £2. And then I've had to empty out the content, dry them, wash them, and then transfer.
And what Sarah doesn't realise or won't listen to is that it also clearly states in airport regulations not to mix and match liquids and containers. So we'll see how she does.
You know what I'm doing, and I heard your comment, I'm gonna check that out because I don't think that's correct. Why in the UK would they sell 100ml containers? For the sake of it, no. So
You basically just say that, and you're just telling me this is a nuclear confrontation at that point. And
it comes out. It's a bit messy.
it's second they get them, they're torching off every nuke straight to Moscow, and 20 million people dead instantly.
One done, one more to go, and it's not messy at all. By the way, if you're wondering why don't I just get this when I get to Malaysia, I'm not sure if they sell it, and because I know it's good for my skin, I have to do this.
You're telling me you're going to put nukes if the U.S. starts talking.
Ta-da! He said, oh, you're probably all right. I know. I'm always right.
I've retreated inside the white cube that is room 304. It's an absolute scorcher outside. There's a lovely effect of the light that's being cast through the window from light from the pool being reflected from the balcony above, creating a dappled lighting effect that's dancing around. So a nice place to be. I've been thinking ever since I got into this room that it would make an amazing setting for a dystopian sci-fi film where all life is conducted within the prison cell of 4 walls, and your connection with the outside world is through that of the Wi-Fi connection, perhaps the television in the corner, a couple of the few modern amenities. It's absolutely devoid of paintings and ornamentation in here. It's neutral in tone as to not to overstimulate the brain. It's functional materials. Its furniture is chunky and hard wearing. Only the necessities are here. You've got your toilet, your sink, your front door if you ever get to leave, a hatch beside the front door for your rations if you've been good to be posted through. There's a little inflection of life from the one solitary plant, perhaps one of the last plants that exists if we've destroyed what lies outside perhaps. And we have the one bit of stimulation if you've worked hard enough and earned enough credits through your internet connection and you haven't been subversive in your thoughts with what you've looked at and what you've typed in. We have the full-length LED wall that you can pay for different screens, and we haven't been good, so we haven't been able to pay for the Kamala beach setting, and we're on the view of the car park at the back at the minute. I do still have my Android partner who hasn't killed me quite yet, but maybe I've bored her to death with my insane ramblings.
So we've been just chilling here. I've not been going out because my skin is actually really, really itchy today. So staying out the sun for now. But we are meeting Carlos at 7:30.
Well, he finishes training at 7:30, so
Yeah.
it could be a little bit later.
Finishes at 7, so maybe 7:30, 8.
And I don't know where he's training, how close Bangtao is.
No, but as
So I don't know.
we are a bit peckish, we've got some pineapple, cute little small pineapples, and some funos.
And where we go and eat, we're not too sure. Maybe somewhere on the beach front, I don't know.
Yeah. Also, we got a result. I thought our flights were at 8 o'clock in the morning, so we were getting ready to leave for like 5 o'clock, 5 a.m. But I looked, and actually the flight's at 2:30 in the afternoon. And I think when I booked it, it had calculated the UK time. So, result, that's why we're eating this, because this was going to be for our packed lunch to the airport.
I'm not feeling that adventurous today. That's a fair old height for those things that may not even be edible. Well, the banana wasn't edible, but they may not even be fruit. So yeah, I'll just have to watch and wonder, I guess.
Dance music.
Okay, enough with your dance music.
Dance
so I'm going to
music.
spring this on you. So let's say 3 things that you love about Thailand. I'm going to go first. Inspired by breakfast this morning, and not an uncommon sight to see a motorbike in a kitchen.
Motorbike in the kitchen. Oh no. What do I like about Thailand? Lots of stuff. Food. I like
Okay,
the food.
you're going for food. Number 2, I'm going to go for their relaxed / unorthodox road law system, we'll call it. Road law system is that thing. But you are pretty likely to see taxis and cars reversing round blind corners, overshooting at junctions, reversing straight back, and just taking it as they please. It's a kind of a courtesy system. And I'm also going to say kind of the same, their relaxed attitude towards one-way systems. It's kind of a if you feel like it.
You put me on the spot now. What do I like about Thailand? The beaches. Because you sprung onto me.
Yeah, I also like the beaches. And I'm going to keep it traffic related for number 3, and that is also the dual use of the pedestrian walkways for motorbikes and pedestrians. Keeps you on your toes.
Oh, so these are your likes. My likes are that their money colouring is all very similar, so be careful because their 1,000 baht is a brown and their 100 baht is a red, but from a quick grab it can be you can get confused, so yeah, make sure you separate
I'm not sure
them.
that counts as a like, but we'll let it slide. Sarah has lobbied me to let's redo the 3 oddities we like about Thailand, so let's do this, take 2.
Not the 3 things, I just remembered one thing.
Okay, what's your one thing?
One thing I like about Thailand is the way they shout at you as you're walking past. They're like, Sadika! Sadika! And then, you just get screamed at.
She's a modern woman, she doesn't mind.
We've just come out to the beach and it's around about 6:30. I can't actually see my screen right now because the sun is just in my eyes, but because it is west facing there is no shade, but it's actually not too hot, so yeah, it's good. I just can't see anything. So it's our final evening here in Thailand, and how amazing that sunset is going to be. A clear sunset. Every time we've come to a beach to look at the sunset, there's always a big cloud in the way, so that's going to be a full sunset. Should I say sunset again? Sunset.
Yeah, aren't we lucky? And it's a lovely temperature, and you can see behind me there are guys all along this section of beach where the rocks are doing some net fishing, and some people even further out doing a bit of line fishing, so yeah, it's cool to see as well.
There he is. There he is. Woo!
I made it.
just had a lovely meal with Carlos. It was so good to see him one last time. He's actually going to be doing something quite similar to us. He's going to Japan. He's he's just come back from Singapore and Malaysia. So yeah, we look forward to seeing his journey as well. So
it's definitely a top boy, and I think he was going to try and sneak off and pay again, but Sarah got in there first, so
I did.
At least we got to do a small something for him. But Sarah, let's do another. Okay, 3 things you don't like about Thailand. 1, me, mosquitoes.
Oh, see, I was going to say mosquitoes. What don't I like about...
Tick, 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 tick.
That you have to put tissue in the bin.
2,
Toilet.
aggressive street dogs.
Oh, damn it, why did I say that? Bugs that eat you. I know you said mosquitoes, but I'm saying not just mosquitoes, all the bugs.
Number 3, taxi driver scams. We've had it happen to us twice, which probably isn't too bad in the grand scheme of things. 3, what you got?
Oh, I don't know. See, once I click stop recording, I'm going to remember at least one more.
What just comes into your brain? What comes in? What pops into there?
What don't I like? What don't I like?
Mango sticky rice.
No, I love mango sticky rice. You don't like mango sticky rice? I love mango sticky rice.
So Sarah is actually having a little meltdown now because she wants to get her last thought in. It's 10 minutes later. So what's your last one, Sarah?
I don't know. What else don't I like about the...